So hush now, little one, the day is almost done. So that was a little snippet of the song Little One off my album. And I wanted to talk to you guys today about my process learning how to finger pick. And it was a pretty big deal. You know, when you first start playing, you kind of just do the regular strumming, and that's what you got in the bag. And at a certain point, you start to hear other songs, and you're like, how do I play that? And for me, it was... And this is actually the first song I ever learned how to finger pick. Dust in the Wind. And I just remember being in my room, sitting there for hours and hours and just being so frustrated. There's this standard picking pattern that you learn when you're first getting into it, and it's just like an inside-outside. Let me see if I can get it around the camera. And you kind of have to get that down. That's your salt, if you will. And then everything else is added on top of that. You got your cilantro, your cumin, you add some more color to the dish, but that's where you start. And for me, it started with that song. And then you kind of move on to things that are a little bit more advanced, like you have and that, you know, you have your fundamental going on, but underneath that, you're kind of picking and choosing which notes to embellish underneath, and it makes it sound really, really nice. It's a little more advanced picking pattern going on. But when I first started, I couldn't pick and sing at the same time. That was like hard enough to just finger pick, you know, your brain is going crazy. When I first was learning, I swear to God, I went for multiple days. I couldn't play anything. I went to bed angry. And then I woke up one day and it was my body would just like absorb the knowledge. And then I woke up and I was like, and I could just do it. But it was so frustrating. And I remember the first song that I actually learned how to play and sing finger picking style was that Bob Dylan one. I think it's called Tomorrow is a Long Time. It's like, if today was not a broken highway, if tonight was not a broken trail, yes, and only if my one true love was waiting, and if I could hear her heart softly pounding. That one. But my favorite one that I learned is, and everybody knows this one. Love of mine, someday you will die, but I'll be close behind. I'll follow you into the dark. No blinding lights or tunnels to gates of white, just our hands clasped so tight, waiting for the hint of a spark. And that kind of strumming style is a little bit more advanced than that fundamental, you know, inside-outside pattern. But it's simple enough that it still kind of lends itself to the background, and you can have a song that focuses mostly on the lyrics, kind of how that song is, the Death Cab For Cutie one. And so I really wanted to make a song like that myself, and that's kind of where the guitar for Little One came from. And the words were, well, we can get into the words in another video, but that's where the strumming pattern came from. And I guess if you guys are learning guitar and learning picking patterns, that's where I would start. Just start with that inside outside and get that into your muscle memory, like it's as easy as eating a sandwich or whatever. You don't even think about it. And from there you kind of add on the little bells and whistles. But yeah, I appreciate you guys hanging out. Another video, one day closer to May 19th, the release of the album. And thanks again for all your support. So catch you on the next video. Peace.